here on NFL Live. We are all over social media for you, so you don't even have to pick up your phone. Falcons reporter Vaughn McClure tweets Falcons coach Dan Quinn on the 4:25 start time of Sunday's game against the Panthers says, no doubt it's better. Guys think the later the better. Gives our crowd a little bit more time to get warmed up. The fact that it's 4:25 to me, it's awesome. Well, certainly a lot to play for in the NFC South this week, and the Saints can lock it up with the division title with a win over the Bucs or Carolina loss. Meanwhile, the Falcons, they control their own destiny for a playoff berth. Win and they're in, or a Seattle loss would get it done. And then we got the Panthers. They still got a shot at the NFC South as well as a first-round bye. To win the South, they're going to need to win Sunday and a Saints loss. As far as the first-round bye, they need a win with the Saints, Vikings, and Rams all losing. We start in New Orleans with Saints reporter Mike Triplett.
Well, thanks, Diana. This NFC South race has been amazing all year long, and the funny part is it probably won't even be decided in Week 17. Even if the Saints do wind up beating Tampa and clinching the division title, they will probably just wind up hosting Atlanta or Carolina 1 week later in the playoffs. I will say this for the Saints. Their statement win over Atlanta this past Sunday in front of a raucous Superdome crowd. This team and this home crowd both look ready to host their first playoff game in 6 years. Now, the Saints are not as dynamic or dominant in their passing offense as they were the last two times they won the South in 2009 and 2011. But they might be more balanced than ever with a run game and a defense. And that's thanks in large part to two fantastic breakout rookies, running back Alvin Kamara and cornerback Marshawn Lattimore, who had an interception for the ages this past Sunday. Back to you, Diana.
All the rookies there in New Orleans. Thanks, Mike. Meantime, a big matchup Sunday in Atlanta when the Panthers take on the Falcons. Atlanta looks to contain a Carolina rushing attack that since Week 8, they've averaged 5 yards a carry with 12 touchdowns. Both marks ranked second in the NFL in that time. Here's Cam Newton moments ago.
Get a lot of guys back this week, and we're excited for it. I think we're trending up as far as getting more hands on deck that can make a big impact in this game. We get Trey back. Hopefully we get Trey back. You know, we get a TD back. We get Chuck, as you said. So, you know, for us, we just get even more leadership from guys that we're going to be pulling from.
Let's talk about not resting starters, wanting to play this game to win. As a player that's a lot of times sat out the final game when there's not a lot riding on it, what are your thoughts on that?
For me, say it again?
Just not resting the starters and playing this
game.
Oh,
we're playing for a lot. We're playing for a lot because best case scenario, we can get second or third seed, to be honest with you. So, and for off-season feelings, for whatever that's worth too. So, you know, it's no free gimmies by no means. So, you know, we go into each and every game trying to win football games, and this game is no different. It's a very stout division, led by, I look at every single team, a very talented quarterback. So I think that's where it's you know, gear hedged upon, you know, how the quarterback play is when you have myself, Jameis, you know, Matt, and as well as Drew. You know, everybody's, you know, capable of being a franchise quarterback, and you know, that's what you're seeing.
All right, well, Panthers got the Falcons. Josina, I know you had the opportunity to talk to some Falcons players after that loss to the Saints as they prepare for the Panthers. What'd you learn?
Well, I talked to Falcons cornerback Brian Poole yesterday, just trying to see where they were after they got smashed in the Superdome. And he basically said, Dan Quinn told us that our playoffs start this week, so ahead of the playoffs, because they know what situation they're in terms of needing to win this Sunday. He also said we didn't play our best game. It's not like Alvin Kamara surprised us because we go up against top running backs, even against our own team. It's Tevin Campbell and Devontae Freeman. We know we got to have that mentality this week against Christian McCaffrey. He said, and the crazy part is we still haven't played our best. So the Falcons still looking for that Super Bowl mentality to get back there this season.
Yeah, it just seems like the Falcons still need something to click.
Yeah.
You know, offensively, they can't score in the red zone. Defensively, last week they looked terrible at times.
Yeah.
just waiting for that one
Cal
play.
Shanahan?
I thought, I thought the Deion Jones play where he intercepted the ball and won the game against the Saints, boom, they would take off.
No.
But no, they're still looking for something.
They got the same 10 plays. Sarkisian just keeps running over and over. All right, so so with that, let's play with the NFC playoff machine here. Teddy, a little more shiny here. So set this up for us. What do you got?
Okay, all right, this is the playoff sort of machine where we'll see how various victories affect the playoff picture here. Let's go Philadelphia. Okay, winning here over the Cowboys. Carolina, they're trending. I'll listen to Cam. Now there's a little switch right there. Falcons win. They go to 6. Carolina. Okay, let's continue. Say Minnesota finishes here. Oh, Seattle will take on. Seattle will beat Arizona very quickly here. The Rams defense, they stop Garoppolo. Okay. Saints win. Let's go Detroit. Who do you think here, JoJo?
Washington.
Washington? Okay. What do we got?
Say.
Let's say the Buccaneers pull an upset versus the Saints. That would switch things there.
So Seahawks in, Falcons out then. This is the way this works out then.
Basically, yes. Let's say Atlanta wins versus Carolina. So there's the big one right there.
Yep.
There. Seahawks in. Atlanta would be in there. So various things to happen here. You good with this, JoJo?
Yeah, I just feel like, the Seahawks have a lot to play for, so still looking to see if they're going to get in, even with the Rams there at the end. I still think it's interesting because Sean McVay is talking about not playing his starter, so how that's going to play out. So a lot of a lot of things could still affect us at the end.
So you're talking about starters here?
Sean McVay is talking about not playing his starter.
So let's say Jimmy comes through.
Jimmy comes through.
Just seating here then.
The Rams are going to seating there.
Yeah.
Bang. If Jimmy pulls off an upset there, how would they?
Yeah, and he could. I mean, you see how tough that they've been playing since he's been the starter, so that's still up in the air.
That's the thing versus rest versus do you want your starters to play? I believe personally, if you have the bye, then you got to play. Because I don't know if you want your players to be stagnant for 2 weeks, without game action. So we're getting a bye week as it is. That's the way we handle it in my career at times. So besides that,
NFL Live after
that's what happens. If the lights go down, if the lights go down on your starters.